Herschel says Mr. Putin has already ordered to activate the nuclear command. If it really happens, then how will the world react, and so on. And reports came out that Russia already used a vacuum bomb, which is a violation of the Geneva Convention. Again, these so-called reports come out on social media in various Western media outlets. What is the evidence that the Russians used a vacuum bomb? It's called a thermobaric bomb, by the way. Okay, so what's the evidence the Russians have used this for this sort of weapon? There's no evidence beyond the claims, the empty claims made by various propaganda outlets. There is no verifiable evidence that this sort of weapon has been used, which is a violation of whatever convention, Geneva Convention or whatever, right? So there's no evidence. It's just wild claims that they are making to further demonize the Russians. They also made claims of the Russians using cluster bombs, cluster weapons, which again is completely unproven. Now, the Americans, the NATO people, the NATO armed forces used cluster bombs, cluster munitions during their genocide, or let's call it intervention or liberation of Yugoslavia, in Albania, in Kosovo. Civilians, lots and lots of civilians died in that. Lots of people lost limbs in that. Where what happened to the Geneva Convention there? Or maybe at that time, cluster munitions were not part of the Geneva Convention. I'm not really sure what exactly it is, but we know for a fact there is documentary evidence, horrific images. I will not share them here, but it's known they use cluster weapons, cluster munitions in on civilians. So when they do it, it's fine. When Russians do it, even though we don't have any evidence they've done it, then it's bad. So the same things they have done, do you want to accuse the Russians of doing it and then demonize them? Look at the hypocrisy, right? As far as the nuclear command goes, Mr. Putin has ordered them to be on high alert, which is just a way of telling the West, stay away. Obviously, nobody wants to use nuclear weapons unless there is no, unless you have run out of options. Well, the Russians have not by any means run out of any options. It's just a way of telling the US and NATO, stay back. We are serious. We're not messing around here. That's all it is.